What's up, everybody? Saturday evening, September 3rd, 2022, to be exact. And this is the 433rd edition of 413 Sports Talk. Big show, including a whole lot of shit we gotta talk about. So, without further ado, let's just start this right now. And there isn't gonna be a bunch of news stories. Just one thing that I wanted to shed light on. I saw going on the ticker on ESPN, so I formulated my own ideas and jotted them down. So here we go. The College Football Board of Managers decides on a 12-team playoff format. An expansion. Holy shit, we got one now, right? The College Football Playoffs Board of Managers unanimously voted Friday to expand the CFP playing field to 12 teams. Not till 2026, though. But is encouraging the sports commissioners to try to implement it as soon as 2024. Wow! Hold on! Slow your roll. In what is described as a historic day for college football, the board's 11 presidents and chancellors approved the original 12-team model, which was first made public last summer. It includes the 6 highest-ranked conference champions and 6 at-large teams. The board announced that there are still quite a few issues that have to be resolved. Some very obvious logistical issues that have to be fixed as well. But our hope is that we can get the commissioners to move on this as quickly as possible. Mark Keenum, Mississippi State president and chair of CFP's Board of Managers, says that we've asked our commissioners, the management committee, to explore the possibility of us beginning the 12-team playoff format before the 2026 season in either 2024 or 2025. The FBS commissioners and Notre Dame athletic director Jack Swarbrick will meet next Thursday in Irving. I'm sorry, there was a section in that before that was in quotation marks, not my words at all. The 10 FBS commissioners anyway and Notre Dame athletic director Jack Swarbrick will meet next Thursday in Irving, Texas to begin discussions on possibly implementing the format as early as 2024. What's more is the rankings discussion on possibly the rankings of the teams will continue to be determined by the CFP selection committee, which will remain largely unchanged. The 4th highest ranked conference champions will seed 1 through 4, with each receiving a first round bye. Teams seeded 5 through 12 will play each other in the fuck you cunt. Excuse my French, sorry. The rankings of the teams will continue to be determined by the College Football Selection Committee, which will remain largely unchanged. The 4th highest ranked conference champions will be seeded 1 through 4, with each receiving a first round bye, as I just repeated. Sorry. Teams seeded 5 through 12 will play each other in the first round on either the 2nd or 3rd weekend of December. Wow. Interesting. The quarterfinals and semifinals will be played in bowl games on a rotating basis. So the championship game will be at a neutral site, as is always most of the time, and as under the current 4-team format. This is an exciting day for the future of college football, SEC Commissioner Greg Sankey said in a statement. As originally proposed, the 12-team playoff creates more access for teams and conferences across the country to compete in college football's championship event. There is work to be done. The format is a reality, but I am pleased we are all moving in the same direction with a common purpose. Close quote. The 12-team model was originally put together by Sankey, Swarbrick, Mountain West Commissioner Greg Thompson, and former Big 12 Commissioner Bob Bowlesby. It was floated publicly in June 2021, but got bogged down by conference politics. In February, the CFP, though, they announced that it would be expanding the current contract, which expires after the 2025 season. Get me. Stay with me. The major holdup, though, had been specific objections, in my eyes, from the ACC, Big Ten, and Pac-12. But after a thunderbolt of realignment this summer with USC and UCLA committing to the Big Ten and the conference signing a historic television deal, holy fucking shit, it was like $7.5 billion, I believe. The issues from those leagues began to fade in the background, just kind of just went to dissipate. The Pac-12 is strongly in favor of CFP expansion and welcomes the decision of the CFP board, close quote. The Pac-12 said in a statement on Friday, CFP expansion will provide increased access and excitement and is the right thing on our student athletes and fans. We look forward to working with our fellow conferences to finalize the important elements of an expanded CFP in order to launch as soon as possible. Wow. Big Ten Commissioner, my guy, Kevin Warren, said in a statement that CFP expansion is excellent for college football and excellent for the Big Ten Conference. He added that while work remains, we are proud of what has been accomplished. We look forward to continuing our collaboration with our colleagues to actualize the 12-team format. Wow. When asked specifically about the three conferences now voting in favor of expansion, Keenum said it was a matter of those leagues and everyone else doing their due diligence and talking with each member. That is such a cliche. JC. Anyway, they've spent the time and they put the efforts to get to this point, Keenum said, and so I think it's been a cumulative effort of all these individuals to get to the point where they feel not just these particular conferences, but all of the conferences that are on the board went through the same process. After a year of indecisiveness and mistrust among the commissioners that boiled over and sometimes played out publicly, the presidents took control of the decision-making process in recent weeks. The presidents and chancellors have ultimate authority over the playoff, but typically the commissioners present them with a plan for approval. 2 weeks ago, the CFP board held an unannounced call discussing expansion and possibility of a 12-team playoff format starting amid the structure of the current contract that manifested itself Friday afternoon on the cusp of the formal start of the football season. Saturday. When asked why on the Friday of Labor Day weekend in the opening of the season, Keenum said, plainly, it's time. It's time to make a decision, he said. We have to give direction to our commissioners. We feel like we needed to give them a definitive, this is where we are, this is where we think college football needs to be headed as far as the playoff is concerned for our national champion. I do believe our commissioners need this direction from this board, so I'm pleased that we were able to give it to them today. It might take weeks or months to work out the possibility of playing a 12-team playoff in 2024 or 2025. In mid-August, the CFP announced Atlanta will host the national championship in 2025, followed by Miami in January 2026. While the CFP officials have laid out obstacles to such a sudden move, venues, hotels, and television contracts, of course, money can loom as a powerful motivator for change. Oh, really? Huh? Gee, go figure. We're not naive to understand that there's added value by expanding playoff, but I can tell you from being part of these discussions that from the very beginning what motivated the presidents and me as well as what needed to have an opportunity for more participation of teams in our nation's national championship tournament. Blah, 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 bullshit. Anyway, that's basically what Keenum said. Having only 4 teams, we felt is not fair to our student athletes from a participation standpoint. I get it. We do recognize the additional revenues that will be available, but we needed to have an opportunity for more participating teams. We do recognize, quote, we do recognize the additional revenues that will be available, but that hasn't been the driving force behind this ultimate decision. It has not been. Again, blah, 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 bullshit. Anyway, there it is, some excerpts, direct quotes from people among the CFP's board. You heard Mr. Keenum. You heard what Kevin Warren said, the Big Ten Commissioner. And those were all, everything I tried to get, close quote, were directly what they had said, in between my interpretation of it in writing or whatever. Anyway, thank you. Please let me know how we did in the comment section as we move on to Major League Baseball. Toronto 4, Pittsburgh nothing, Cincinnati 3, Colorado 2, Baltimore 5, Oakland 2. Wow, go ahead Orioles. Detroit 5, Kansas City 4, Tampa Bay 9, and New York Yankees nothing. Seattle 6, Cleveland 1, Boston 9, Texas 1, Chicago White Sox 4, Minnesota Twins 3, St. Louis Cardinals 8, Chicago Cubs 0, Houston 4, Los Angeles Angels 2, Arizona 2, Milwaukee 1, San Diego 7, Los Angeles Dodgers 1, and San Fran 13, Philly 1. That's it for Major League Baseball. Let's talk NCAA football. Last night, it was number 15 Michigan State Spartans over Western Michigan. I think it's like some type of horse. Anyway, 35-13 final, and that is it for NCAA football. Tomorrow night we have WNBA playoffs. Semifinal Sunday continues. Chicago at CT for 1:00 p.m. and Las Vegas at Seattle for 3. It's both both game 3, I believe, in that series. Hold on 1 second, just so we can get you guys the accurate answer for that one. Oh, look at Stetson Bennett in Georgia. Oh my God. Hey, they're up 35-3. Wow, that's crazy. Anyway, what are we looking for? WNBA. Game. Yes, this is game 3. Series tied 1-1, and I believe on the other side it's the same thing. Yep, series tied 1-1. So those semifinals Sunday, just as I was saying, tomorrow with those teams. 1:00 for the Chicago Sky at the CT Sun, and the Las Vegas Aces at the Seattle Storm for 3:00. And now we end the episode with NFL Rookie Conversations. Today we're looking at New England Patriots halfback Pierre Strong. The New England Patriots drafted Pierre Strong Jr., out of South Dakota State in the 4th round, 127th overall. Born December 10th, 1998, and raised in Little Rock, Arkansas. Strong grew up in Little Rock, obviously, graduated from John L. McClellan High School. As a junior, he rushed for 2,248 yards and 30 touchdowns. Let that sink in. As McClellan advanced to Class 5A state championship game. Yeah. Despite his season-ending injury that occurred at their final drive of the 2016 regular game against Pulaski Academy, he rushed for 1,423 yards and scored 25 touchdowns during his senior year. So at one point he had got hurt. Sorry, I kind of bunched that all together. But Pierre's a beast. In college, Pierre redshirted his true freshman season, and as a redshirt freshman, rushed for 1,116 yards and 11 touchdowns, and was named Missouri Valley Football Conference, the MVFC, as some of you know it by, Freshman of the Year. Strong gained 1,018 yards and scored 8 touchdowns on 143 carries during his redshirt sophomore season, and was named first-team All-MVFC. As a redshirt junior, he rushed for 707 yards in the spring 2021 season, which was delayed from the fall due to the COVID-19 pandemic. As a redshirt senior, Strong rushed for 1,686 yards and 18 touchdowns, caught 22 passes for 150 yards, and also completed 4 of 4 on pass attempts for 62 yards and 4 touchdowns. So, wow, Mr. fucking do-it-all, huh? So, that is what we have on Pierre Strong Jr. This guy is Mr. Do-it-all, as you can see. He knows how to play a little quarterback, too. So, I believe that Bill Belichick is going to use him everywhere. At some point, we're not going to see that week 1, so don't go out there and draft him high and expect him to do something, because you know what how he is week to week. He doesn't let you know what's going on with the run game. And from a fantasy standpoint, New England halfbacks have never been consistent enough to be drafted high. Anyways, the end of 4:33 at 5:48 p.m. on September 3rd, 2022. I love you all. Wishing up and health to success. Again, hit us in that comment section and let me know how we did on today's episode. Peace.